awesome. Donald.
Oh, Don.
Don. Edit that. So, I heard you playing jazz flute here in San Diego, California, in La Jolla to be more specific.
Yes.
And I said, you've got some chops, so I had to talk to you.
62 years, see, that's fine.
Who were your inspirations for playing?
First, Herbie Mann, because he was the only extant, I do flute all the time. And so I got with his music, whether it be Afro-Cuban or even Bossa Nova, then, and he won the polls in downbeat for a while. Then it came Hubert Laws. Hubert Laws, there's 5 Crusaders in Houston, 5th Ward, I think, like George Foreman or Beyonce, mayhap. 4 of them came to Los Angeles, where I'm from. Joe Sample Sticks, Hooper, Wayne Henry. Hubert went to Juilliard and can play the Brandenburg Concerto on piccolo and play jazz. And then it came, James Newton. He went for 15 years. And then James Newton, and James, from Pasadena, he only plays in churches and cathedrals and places where it's just pristine.
Yeah.
So I have many places to look. And then as far as the physical playing of the notes, I mean, which notes to play, I think I was just a little old for bebop. I was born in 1948, so I had to do an absorbing junior over the course of years. In the beginning, I got hired to play with people who were playing Moondance by Van Morrison, and they wanted people to play jazz behind them.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
Like a Joni Mitchell situation.
Yeah.
You know. And so the reality of street music is that I can be playing one thing. If there's a small child walking by and I'm playing this tune, because I'm kind of trying to make money, but also elicit a warm and beautiful response, hopefully from the parents who won't drag her away like a pink poodle. This is a pink poodle area, isn't it? Here's one. If Mark Zuckerberg, who got caught with his pants down, if he had a dog, I think he'd name it, "Come here, Data." Data.
There you go. Good one, Don. It seems like you've played all over. You gigged a lot.
Lots.
Tell me, I've heard from some musicians that it's harder and harder to get paid fairly for playing gigs around. Someone told me I got paid $100 for a gig in the 70s, $100 in the 80s, and it's still $100.
So I'm $100 a night guy, and that's enough. How many bowls of cereal can you eat? I mean, you have to be reflective about the amount of money and what you are going to do with it, so to speak. Not a future thought. The main one would be, I played at the San Diego Music Awards once with a guy they hired because nobody had ever heard of him. The San Diego Music Awards, the punks have their punkiest pink mohawk. The heavy metal people have their biggest dog collars. And I won't name names, but the folkies have their corduroy coats with the leather on the sleeve. Yeah. And this guy that I played with, he's Canadian and he's kind of a singer-songwriter guy, and I backed him up. Now he got 300 and I got 110 because I was the backup band. But I even said that to him, that here you are at an important event in San Diego, $300. We got a beer per set. We played 2 little sets for all the assembled.
I know about that. 2 beers.
I'm going to win an award. Got people. And I realized that there was a waitress who walked by to one of the alternative groups who became mildly famous, and I'm not going to name their name. Every one of them got 3 shots of something, Jameson and Jack and all this shit, and beer. Tries to have $8 beer. I believe $8 a bottle. I went to high school all 16 years. Wait, that's a $48 6-pack. That means if you are my friend and you want a 6-pack and I want one, that's $100.
They're making all this money.
It's beer.
It's beer. It's just beer.
It's beer.
And they're paying us pittance.
Bingo.
Yep.
I counted one tray and the bartender liked me because he goes, man, he's head shaking. All these musicians, they're starting to feel rock starish and all this. And I go, what beer do you want? And I go, it doesn't matter. I know you're busy.
Yeah.
He brought me 2. Because I didn't have some.
Yeah.
I don't want to use derogatory terms, but I didn't use some uppity weird thing like, I don't drink that or that's no good.
Yeah.
You should have seen they were The idea is it's
Yeah.
music.
It's music.
Awards.
Ah,
I won a surf contest once. I got $82.
yeah.
You know, that doesn't mean you're good. And then I met the judge, and I realized, you know, his mind was on his girlfriend, somebody who was in the mainland.
Yeah.
And he was very melancholy. And that's the guy who voted on me. So it could have gone the other way because his mind was not scattered, but he had, like any human. Miles Davis had an album called Human Nature. I realize now why. Because people do what people, jealousy,
Yep.
exultation, all the things that humans do. Everyone does these.
Yep.
Me, you, everyone. Anyway, that's the short answer.
Okay. So I'll close that with two more quick questions. One of them is, what do you think about a life in music? Would you do it over? Would you choose to be a doctor? And have you ever heard?
I am a doctor.
Okay, you are a doctor.
Yes, because
Yeah.
what it is for healing, I learned that in Hawaii, a long time surfing and teaching and playing music, that in the East, Cambodia, Vietnam, China, India, Japan, meditation. In the West, medication.
Yeah.
So this is doctoring, because when you go where I taught music in Kailua, next door was a Chinese, and he was the prototypical older 80-year-old guy with his little bags of stuff. He would holistically ask, instead of your ears hurting, how's your toe, and are you getting up early, and the same thing that what they call the general practitioner of 150 years ago would do, because he arrived at the farm or wherever, and he's just going to kind of look everybody over, right, and see what's up. That's it.
You got your axe, your battle axe right here. You may be the Ron Burgundy of La Jolla.
When people yell Anchorman at me, my son goes, don't swear. I won't. He's worth $310 million, but he can't play flute like this person.
There we go. Well, let's take it out with a little flute.
Here we go.
Diddly.
That's the little ditty.
Very good. Where can people see if they're around town?
Right here.
Right here.
Every day almost. Unless it's raining. The reason I'm here so early today, because it's been, my friend here knows, raining, windy, colder than itself. So now I'm start early. Yesterday I went so hard, I have split skin.
Oh, man.
But who cares?
Paying for those chops.
Yes.
Right? Don's right outside the Athenaeum here.
Yes.
Come on by.
Yes. I like
Pay
that.
the man for his time and enjoy. All right. See you, kids.
So here's the fun one to you.